Hello everyone, and welcome to post 3. If you missed post 1 and 2 in this series, please go back and watch, as that will provide you the introduction. Here in post 3, we're finally going to get to a sheet. Everybody's been asking about it. So if you comment worth, W-O-R-T-H, it'll provide you with a link to this Google Sheet. In this Google Sheet, I want you to break down what your assets are today and what your liabilities are today. So we'll talk through each one of those. The value date at the top of this file, I'm recommending that you do this at least once a month. I do it maybe a little bit more often than that, but I'm a little bit crazy. So it's up to you if you want to do it quarterly, annually, whatever. On the sheet, I want you to first work through the green section, which is your assets. You need to think through your liquid assets, things like your bank accounts or easily accessible investments. And then I want you to think through your non-liquid assets, things like your house, cars, jewelry, collectibles, things that you could sell, but you may not want to. So we want to segregate that. And then I want you to also dive a little bit further into other assets. These are things like your retirement accounts, maybe some college funds like 529 plan. Next, I want you to work through your liabilities section, or the red side of this file. Here, I want to divide it into short-term debt. So these are things like your credit cards that typically carry a very high interest rate, and you'll want to knock those out first. Then come down into mid and long-term debt. This is things like your mortgage on your home, maybe some student loans, maybe car loans. And then finally, you might have other debts. So this is where things that you maybe don't think of normally, so things like medical negotiated debt maybe that you have, or the buy now, pay later. Once you complete both the green and the red side of the file, or assets and liabilities, you'll see at the top of this page, it will give you your net worth. So your total net worth, this is everything all in. This is like the sum of your financial life as it is today. Then you'll notice over to the right of that, I have two other totals, a liquid plus non-liquid net worth and a liquid net worth. Don't worry about those too much for now. We'll get into what we can do with those later. The next piece, or the next step in this process, is to understand cash flow. So come back next week, watch post 4, and we'll start the process on cash flow.